Well, I'm back once again with more DIY body works and wellness tips. And as always, I love featuring my publication, I Touch Myself, and I like it. It's a DIY self-massage, acupressure, reflexology, and Wealth-flex-ology journal recorder. And today I'm actually going to be working with reflexology on my central nervous system, and I'm actually doing sort of a central nervous system care retreat for myself. And so I'm going to show you some of what I'm going to be using during my retreat. So I love to use herbal teas, and this particular one helps to calm the nervous system, but it also supports digestion. And then there's the cozy chamomile, and so I'm going to be using some of this. Chamomile is so great for really for calming your nerves and stomach, and it just is a really relaxing tea. And then there's another one here, chamomile with lavender. So I'm going to be actually using these three teas today. And skullcap is an extract that I love to use for taking the stress out of the body, and it helps to really calm the nervous system as well. So I'm going to be using these during my retreat today. So I'm going to work on my right foot right now, and I'm going to start going up the spine. So just showing you kind of the spine line and going up into the big toe with the brain and all the face functionality, the nose, the mouth, the pituitary gland is right here, the pineal gland is right there, but this is just great to work for your central nervous system. So I won't be able to show you kind of fully what I would be doing using two hands, but I'm just going to just kind of show you a basic worm walk up the spine. So then coming from here to start working the brain, pressing in here with the pineal gland and taking a deep breath. Then coming over to the pituitary, pressing in, taking a deep breath. And then just working the brain, just working the big toe and working the face. It's also working on sinuses, because sometimes when you have sinus issues, your nervous system can be off. Sinus and digestion typically impact the nervous system greatly. So I'm just working this area here. And I'm going to go back up the spine. And again, if you were using two hands, you could support your foot better. But I'll show kind of some support here just with one. So yeah, so I'm just going up the spine here and just continuing to work the brain. I'm going to work the neck a little bit here. So you can work all of this toe. That is going to support your nervous system. So I just want to be able to show just a demonstration of that. Check out what I'm going to be using again. And I'm going to come over here to the recorder and go to the section, The Power of My Touch, Explore, Experience, Enhance. So I always love to use this journal just as a model. And so I would be recording I Touch Myself by doing reflexology on my spine for my nervous system, and I work the face and the brain. And sometimes I might not record every single area that I touch, but if it's just the region, so I would say I worked for my central nervous system, and I may just generalize it and just say I worked the spine area. And I feel and I felt and I feel pretty good right now, because I have had, with the weather shifting, I've definitely felt my nervous system be a little off, and especially with things within the environment. And so just by touching myself and doing that, I'm already feeling some relief, especially even in the sinus area. So those would be my results, and the benefits is that there's immediate relief that's coming, and I'm excited that it will continue. And so here's the section where I would be recording more notes about my experience, and certainly as I'm doing my retreat today and working more and longer on those areas, then I'll have more to record. I'm actually going to come back over to work the brain area and be present with this for the Wealth-flex-ology aspect. So I'm feeling guided to spend some time here. And actually, my sinus pads, there we go. That's what I'm actually being called to work on really quick, is the sinus pads right here. So I'm not going to do the full demonstration of what I normally do with the sinuses. I'm just working just the tops of the toes, the tops of the pads. And I've mentioned in other videos that normally when I have sinus going on, that is around my signature work. So what I'm sensing is that there's something more I need to do in a major work with the central nervous system, and this retreat will actually be revealing to me what that work would be. So I'm going to come back over to the journal recorder, and we come to the Wealth-flex-ology aspect. And so that's what I would be recording, is that I need to create more expansive work around the central nervous system and be able to help others support themselves better in that area. And it could be that it actually create a central nervous system sort of mini retreat product or some type of offering. So I'm going to be present and explore that. So my results or outcomes were that that's the insight that I gained, and so I'm looking forward to spending more time fleshing that out and making more notes about that. So yeah, so I just wanted to share that with you today. So your nervous system is critical. It is the communications hub and sends out all the signals and messages to your body, and so we want to make sure that that is healthy. So once again, featuring I Touch Myself and I Like It, and you can secure a copy of that on Amazon. There will be information within the description box so that you can actually secure a copy. And also, I forgot to make the disclaimer that I normally make when I make these videos, when I feature some type of product or recommendation. I'm not promoting any type of brand. I just share what has worked well for me and what I'm going to be using during this time. So I hope this was helpful. Have a great wellness day, and I look forward to bringing more videos like this to you soon.